Well, my friends, are you... Wonderful! Remember to bring enough food and drink to refuel on the way. We have a lot of steps to climb.
Mother, I have returned.
Bronya, I thought I'd lost you. Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler right away.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother. I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I couldn't handle.
The underworld? Oh, I see. In that case, report everything you saw. Commander Bronya.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues of survival. We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stellaron.
I'm listening. Go on.
No.
Madam Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Belobog. Mother, you've always known the truth about the Stellaron, haven't you? Well, the responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years, and those outsiders may be the...
Enough!
Let's talk about them.
Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya. You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders? Guards! Take Bronya.
They are not scum. My entire life, everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses. Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon. You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right? Do you believe you're ready to learn the truth?
Yes. I am ready. Mother?
Then come with me, Bronya. It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
We're finally back. I forgot what fresh air tasted like. Freedom. A cold. Mainly cold, actually. Let's go. Where's our next stop?
We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
No way! The boss will recognize us. Plus, Silvermane guards are stationed nearby. We'd be offering ourselves up on a silver platter. Don Hung, what do you think?
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval land now.
So, you think we should avoid Gepard for the time being, right?
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him. Besides, if he hasn't been persuaded by Branya's letter, we'd be walking right into the lion's den.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
But we must keep a low profile. We're still wanted fugitives.
What's wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little... new. The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any of this. The overworld and the underworld. We've been cut off for so long.
Very long.
I'm okay. Let's go. There are so many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually like this?
No. I don't remember the security being this tight last time. It might have something to do with us. The Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already. Branya.
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow. Huh? Ah, I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around the city? Do you know the Silvermane guards are looking all over for you? Quick, act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
All right, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what crime did you commit exactly? They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March. Branya said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely? Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Kokolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now. I know Kokolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details. You could say that. We were like sisters once, inseparable. Of course, that was all before she became the Supreme Guardian. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence. If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Branya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me. You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller! Let me!
Try not to embellish the facts.
So that's what's been happening.
No wonder we hadn't heard from Bronya recently. After all these years in isolation, and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld? I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Seela here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why Bronya got you to find me. When I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything. Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them. Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure. I figured out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself. Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations. Not long after I submitted my preliminary report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue. Cocolia... It's been so many years since we last spoke. We were great friends once. There was nothing we wouldn't share. She became a completely different person when she took on the Supreme Guardianship. The convictions she once held, her enthusiasm... It was like they were drawn out of her by some mysterious force. She gave the order to expel me herself and refused to see me. I never understood that behavior, and I gave up trying to use logic to work it out a long time ago. Sometimes I even wonder whether she really did become a different person. Is that possible? Perhaps there's a single guardian consciousness that gets handed down from generation to generation, and the real Cocolia has already vanished. Is she being compelled by previous generations of guardians to make such baffling decisions? Who knows? But this might make for good songwriting material. Gepard? Not a chance. He's a decent guy, but also famously uncompromising. For my brother, orders are more important than anything. Even if you stuck Bronya's letter to his forehead, he wouldn't be swayed. You need to choose your words carefully if you want to persuade him of something. It might be best if I talk to him. Though, I'd need a strategy first.
Yes, you do.
Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location. According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog, somewhere in the vast snow plains.
We must locate it as soon as possible, ideally before Cocolia takes action. Can you tell us the way?
Tell us.
Not a problem.
Tell us.
I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not be enough. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. if you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of fragmentum to deal with. Yes, that's where the main force of the Silvermane Guards is stationed.
It sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire to come with us?
I fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Really?
Thank you.
Great! Phew. Let's...
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. That's settled then.
Sweet.
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today. Find somewhere to hide, quick! I'll handle him. Gepard! It's you! I didn't think you'd have the time to visit with things so tense on the front line.
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later. I thought I told you.
Ah! Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something happen?
No. Why would anything have happened?
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosif?
You can call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't know how to fix it. I need you to take a look.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design. I thought it was something big. Leave it here. I'll take a look.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden? Has something happened?
Yes.
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Pela will. Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klepoth Fort without saying anything to anyone. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the three intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city and ordered us to pursue and capture any suspicious individuals.
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya. Is she all right?
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klepoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing more.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Pela's workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a look for it. I think I left it over...
Whoa.
Wait!
What is it? You seem pretty off today, Serval.
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring cleaning, and now they smell terrible. So, don't go over there.
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning? You must be up to more forbidden research.
Am not! How dare you! What do you take your sister for?
Never mind. This is your space, and I shouldn't intrude. I've got business to take care of. Bye for now.
Hey, wait a sec. Those intruders. I wanted to ask, what crime have they committed?
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Kokolia's methods haven't changed.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian, but this isn't a joking matter.
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
I will, if I have the time.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Phew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot device was that?
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go save her.
Attempting to storm Klepoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission. Rest assured, Kokolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya.
You sound like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Kokolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
I was gauging his reactions just now. Did you see? Unless we have irrefutable evidence, he won't question Kokolia's orders. Come on, let's go to the restricted zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Is Bronya really safe?
You care about her, huh? You must have become close friends.
Come around and have a look.
Close is a bit much, but I made her a promise.
Jacked up security, all right. How the heck are we gonna sneak in? Serval, we need one of those brainwaves.
Leave it to me. Stick close, guys, and don't get spotted.
This is a military base. Trespassers aren't allowed in. Wait, isn't that... Serval! Long time no see.
Well, if it isn't Franz. Long time no see.
Well, you see, you haven't changed, Serval. So, what brings you over here at this hour? And who are the guys behind you?
My brother said the restricted zone energy lines were malfunctioning. Told me it was urgent. He doesn't trust those contracted maintenance workers, so he got me in for free. These guys are my assistants. We need to overhaul all the installations here.
I didn't hear anything about the energy lines malfunctioning.
Oh, please. This is a technology division issue. Why would they tell you guys? Come on, let us in already. If the heating system goes down in the middle of the night, are you going to be responsible for all the frozen corpses?
No, that's not something I could handle. Seeing as you're Captain Gepard's sister, it should be fine. Okay, here are some temporary paths.
Thanks, Franz. I'll put in a good word for you with my brother and...
No, Captain Gepard hates all that under-the-table stuff. I'd have a better chance if you don't mention me at all.
Thank you, friends. Bronze.
I'm aware that there are those among you who see the reserve units as a vacation. This is the restricted zone. The situation is critical. As such, starting from today, we will be adding 200 bench presses and 30 extra minutes of one-arm planks to our... Yes, sir.
A little goes a long way.
See? That was easy.
You're Gepard's sister, all right.
I don't want people to see me that way. I'm doing this for you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using my brother's name. Do you see that mechanical gear bridge? When you cross over to the other side, you arrive at hell on Earth. An endless fragmentum, if we want to progress further north.
Exactly.
I helped set the underlying mechanisms for this.
Is Gepard on frontline duty a lot?
Yes, but what made you ask that all of a sudden?
so dangerous. Don't you worry about him?
He's a Landau. Nope. This terminal's... So what's the look for another?
I never would have guessed that Gepard and you were brother and sister.
I can't say I blame you. We're nothing alike in personality or interests. In our family, we have a strong military tradition going back generations. Many a Landau has died in their prime. There's not a lot of brother and sister time. Everyone just does their best to get on with their life. Darn! Can't activate it. It seems like someone severed the energy supply to the terminal. With the front line on high alert, they must have rotated the bridge to make it impassable. That way, even if the front line were to collapse.
Bronya was right.
Just my conjecture. Let's press on. That's it! The thing's shaped like a giant iron ball.
And it's behind a gate.
Its formal name is the Mechanism Energy Hub.
One unit for everything?
As long as we can gain access permissions to them. That's why I told them we were here for urgent maintenance. The frontline equipment needs
So that's why you went for maintenance.
Come on, let's... Yo!
Are you the emergency engineers? I saw you guys hang.
Not yet. Everything looks normal. If you let us in, we can do a routine service inspection. I've worked on various iterations.
No. No can do. No one gets near the energy hub without the security captain.
Not even the Supreme Guardian?
The Supreme Guardian? Hey, no games, you hear? No dice without...
Darn, this...
You need the encryption...
Captain Dunn's resting up ahead. Go and find him.
Done? Why didn't you say so? No problem, we'll be back in a bit.
Dun dun dun.
Serval, this Dunn, do you know him?
You bet I do. We go way back. He's easy to talk to. Watch me persuade him.
I heard Gepard sent mechanics for an emergency repair.
Yes, I confirmed it with France.
I've been keeping watch here all day. Why didn't I hear...
I heard from France that it's...
Serval? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I haven't showered in 2 days. Do I smell?
No, sir.
Hey, Dunn! It's been a while. I didn't know you made security captain.
Serval, it's been a long time. You're still so... You look good.
Allow me to introduce my assistants to you. They help me take care of business at the workshop. Everyone, this is Captain Dunn, an old friend of mine. He used to be an ace on the keys in the band.
Oh, you play rock and roll too? Cool!
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, hello.
Oh, what?
Zachary! How many days has it been since you showered?
I showered right before my shift.
What did you say?
I haven't showered in 2 days, sir.
Unacceptable, especially in front of visitors. Apologies for the embarrassment, all.
It's not a big deal, Dunn. You know, my keyboard guy is pretty good, but I still miss our military days playing in the band.
That was a long time ago, Serval. I haven't touched a keyboard in ages. Besides, I'm stationed here all year round. I'm afraid I don't get many chances to return to the city, though I don't stand on ceremony. How may I assist you? If everything's in order, you'd better head back to the city. It's not safe here.
I've checked the lines. There don't seem to be any major problems. All that's left is the energy hub. The guard over there said that I needed an encryption key to open the gate. Can you help me out? Anything wrong, Dunn?
Sorry, Serval, but can you tell me what Captain Gepard told you?
Huh? Oh, let me think. Hey, sis, the energy supply lines in the restricted zone have malfunctioned. Those useless engineers can't find the problem. Something like that?
And may I ask, when did he contact you?
This morning? Yeah, that's right. He's on urban patrol duty today, right? That's why he popped round and asked the favor.
Aha. Captain Gepard just returned to the front line. I could reconfirm with him?
Huh? Hold up, he's back? That can't be. He was still in the city a little while ago.
You haven't changed, Serval. Still a lousy liar. These people you've brought, they're... Serval, it's not that I don't want to help you, but you should remember that I'm a Belobog Silvermane guard. How about this? You can leave, and I won't tell anyone about this incident. But the outsiders must remain.
There goes the negotiation.
I brought you guys here, and I'm standing with you till the end. Done. This concerns the fate of Belobog. No, the fate of our whole world. Please, don't stand in our way.
Serval! We used to rehearse together every day, you must understand. My rock and roll soul is to uphold the dignity of a soldier. Serval? Why?
I'm sorry, Dunn. Time for a little nap.
He's just unconscious. Don't worry.
Stubborn fool. Strong, though. Wildfire lacks people like him.
Got it! The encryption key. Quick, before we attract attention, let's...
I think we attracted attention.
That's the enemy attack alarm. We've made it up till now. I could lose an arm and a leg for... Quick, back to the energy supply hub. Anyone that...
If I'd known he had the encryption key from the start, I could have snuck in and taken it off him myself.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
We're in.
Oh, it's open! Oh, thank you, Dunn!
Give me some time. Who designed this operating system? It's so unintuitive. Emergency fire evacuation system? Not that. Rock and roll dance floor atmosphere mode? Who the heck added that? And they used one of my songs! Your bridge control terminal. Still found it. That's it. I've reset the energy system.
Serval, won't more Silvermane guards be waiting for us on the other side of the gear bridge?
Yep.
Careful, there's a big guy up ahead.
There's no other way.
If we can beat Svarog, we can beat this one.
Go.
We caught them unawares.
Energy restored, system online, certification enabled. 40%. We did it. Perfect. Okay, we need to get to the front line.
We could have a problem.
He probably is. Hopefully we don't bump into him, but if we do...
Are you sure?
I've probably got to...
Haven't you noticed yet?
We need to be sure, Serval. If we can't reach a common understanding with your...
Of course. My word is my bond. I said that I'd stand with you to the end, and I won't go back on that promise.
Before our next expedition, I need Himeko to teach me some negotiation skills. Beating people up all the time is cramping my elegance.
I haven't fought with Gepard since he enlisted. He could never beat me when we were little, but now...
Serval. It really is you.
Wait, Gepard? Listen to me.
When the sentry reported to me, I thought there must have been a misunderstanding. The enemy alarm had to be unrelated to your entry into the restricted zone. Perhaps the intruders had taken you hostage. And yet, Step away from the intruder, Serval. Walk over slowly and stand behind me. You're different from them.
I'm sorry. We have an understanding. I stand with them. Give me a few minutes, just a few. I'll explain every...
Enough, Serval. Have you forgotten where we are? We Landaus ought to know this place better than anywhere. The outer reaches of the front line against the Fragmentum. Belobog's most strategic protective fortress. Every Silvermane guard here, every person here, is ready to sacrifice themselves. Ready to spill their blood for Belobog at a moment's notice. Yet here you are, leading fugitives into the restricted zone. Attacking my Silvermane comrades in arms. Hijacking the energy hub. Are you really worthy of the Landau name?
Why do you think I've come here? We found a way to dispel the eternal freeze, to seal the Fragmentum. It might be the only lifeline this world has left.
If that were true, why wouldn't you report to Madame Cocolia? Why would you sneak into the restricted zone and create chaos?
You don't understand. The one preventing us from getting close to the truth is Cocolia herself.
You have all seen the Supreme Guardian in person. Do you think you can act as you please because she didn't recognize your version of events?
Listen to me, Gepard. The origin and spread of the Fragmentum is linked to the Stellaron. The meteorite in the Architect's records, it's...
I know about the Stellaron. It's exactly what the fugitives behind you are seeking. But the Madam Guardian has already revealed the truth to me. These people have ulterior motives, Serval. They want to steal this treasure from the Architects. The Madam Guardian has warned me before that you were indulging in fantasy, that you'd been exposed to forbidden knowledge, and that you would bring destruction down upon Belobog. I believe you, Serval. I believe you think you're acting with loyalty to the people. It's just... Guards, formation. Arrest these people. We could be inundated with Fragmentum monsters at any moment. We have no time to waste on them.
The forbidden is only forbidden to conceal the truth within. Cocolia's afraid that we'll seize on this knowledge, that the truth will spread far and wide. To save the world, we must risk it all. I've said my piece. Whether you believe it or not is up to you. Regardless, you should know by now your sister's never been one to back down. If there's something or someone you can't abide, you should stand up and resist. And if there's something you uphold, you should uphold it to the very end.
Save your explanation for the judge. You are charged with sabotaging the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. In my capacity as captain, I hereby order that these fugitives be arrested. This isn't like our childhood game, Serval. You won't get any leniency from me.
The barrier hasn't been fixed yet. Don't try and be a hero, Gepard.
Didn't I tell you? All our negotiations end in combat.
In death, the sanctuary is but a vision.
Never.
This guy knows how to put up a fight. I've never come up against anyone this relentless.
He just won't go down.
He's as stubborn as I am. It could be an argument or a fight. He'll do both to the death. That's why he bugs the heck out of me. That's enough, Gepard. Take a look around you. You're the last man standing.
Even if I am, I won't yield.
We don't want you to yield through force of arms. That wouldn't be a victory for us.
Yeah, our goal is the same as yours, Serval's and Bronya's. We just want to preserve this world. There's no reason to turn against each other.
Gepard, brother, surely now you can see the need for pragmatism. Even if you don't believe my outsider friends, you should believe me. Maybe I've wasted your trust. In which case, believe Bronya.
Lady Bronya?
There's nothing more to say, Gepard. The decision is yours.
As a captain of the Silvermane Guards, I am duty-bound to carry out the orders of the Supreme Guardian.
What say you?
But Lady Bronya is the commanding officer for the front lines. According to military protocol, if the frontline directives of the commanding officer clash with those of the architects behind the lines, a soldier must remain at their post and await further directives. For the Silvermane Guards, the Guardian's orders are paramount and absolute. But there is something of equal importance in the oath we take.
The people of Belobog.
If we lose the people, we lose the reason for our existence. Our fight with the Fragmentum monsters is for the sake of preservation. But our fight with you? I fail to see the purpose. If you are truly able to prevent our endlessly unfolding misfortunes, then the people of Belobog are indebted to you. But if you are using lies to mask your true intentions, using my sister and Bronya for your own ends, I swear by Klepoth that I will carry out your punishment without an ounce of mercy.
They're not lying. I promise you.
You must be Zila. You are a skilled fighter. Your combat style is nothing like that of the guards.
Regardless of what you believe, these guys have been a great help to the underworld. Many people would vouch for them.
I'm sure.
57.
If you want to advance further northward, you must traverse an area entirely corroded by the Fragmentum. It's the only way to get to the snow plains on the other side. The guards can give you some time before the next wave of attacks is upon us. As soon as the restricted zone gate is open, the monsters on the other side will turn out in full force. The guards will do their best to stall them and buy you some time. Once you've broken through the front line, there's nothing more we can do for you. You'll have to find out for yourselves what lies within the northern Fragmentum. So, have you made up your minds? Understood. Keep your weapons close. This will be a fierce fight. Guards, open the gate.
Are you dealing with attacks like this every day?
It's a common occurrence. Guards, formation.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I don't owe the guards any favors when this is done.
Here they come.
Steel yourselves.
I told you, Gepard, the barrier hasn't been fixed yet. Don't try and be a hero.
This is only the first wave. They'll have reassembled soon. I have to.
Hey, Mr. Silvermane, listen to your sister. I can tell just by looking at you that you haven't fully recovered.
Outsiders. Zila, the second wave hasn't started yet. Make the most of this opportunity and make a break for it.
Huh? Serval?
My brother can't hold them back by himself. He wasted a lot of energy on us. He's my responsibility now. Besides, if I'm not here to help, I don't know what might happen in the next wave. I want to go with you. I do. I always wanted to catch a glimpse of the Stellaron with my own eyes, and now it's so close that I can't abandon my brother and the other guards. I'm a Landau. It's up to you now. I believe in you. You've given me new hope. Get hold of the Stellaron before Cocolia realizes what's happening. Hey, March. Don't forget to take a picture of the Stellaron for me.
Say no more! We're good at this, don't worry!
Fragmentum activity is intensifying. Something's happening on Eurilo 6. Shouldn't we go down there, Himiko?
Have faith in them. Besides, this is his first trailblazing expedition. How will he be able to look back fondly without a few twists and turns? Are you bored, Welt? I understand. But we have lots of opportunities ahead of us. Let's leave the memories of this expedition for them.
So you think they'll be safe, right?
Yes, we haven't seen any Eon or Emanator level imaginary reactions. Relax. This is a young person's adventure. We shouldn't interfere. At most, we could offer a little off-site assistance.
Is this the Fragmentum Gepard was talking about?
Compared to this, the corrosion we saw, Serval said that the Stellaron was very likely hidden in the snow plains north of Belobog.
Guys, does this place feel weird to you? It feels like...
This place makes my...
We have no guide and no way of detecting the Stellaron. Don't be disheartened. The strong...
This is... Bronya's! Yeah, so she's been here already?
Whoa! Quick, look! That's Bronya! Huh? Is that Cocolia too?
No, it isn't them. It must be... a kind of echo? Some type of residual energy replicated by the Fragmentum.
Which means they were definitely here, right? And it looks like they went that way.
Just in time. We had no idea which direction to take. Let's go.
Objects that have been exposed to Fragmentum corrosion might not be stable. I wouldn't touch that device if I were you.
You still haven't told me what this place is, Mother.
700 years ago, this was Belobog's northern border, and the site of an ancient battle. Here is where Elisa Rand led the first Silvermane Guards in resistance against the Legion. Now, it is nothing more than an abandoned corridor, filled with the sounds of old-world echoes. Don't let its fragmented appearance fool you, Bronya. On the day the promise is fulfilled, these ruins will become the breeding ground of a new world.
Mother, do you truly believe the Stellaron's promise? It summoned the blizzard beyond our walls and opened the door of the Fragmentum. It destroyed our civilization.
And yet, the crime of our ancestors was their inability to embrace that destruction sooner.
What?
From the moment those intruders descended from beyond the sky, this world was handed a death sentence. But the Stellaron has reserved for us a thread of hope. There is a price to pay for new life, wiping away every decaying vestige of the old world, renouncing the meaningless and lingering struggle. This is the price the Stellaron demands. When the promise is fulfilled, Bronya, no longer will we have to squander our lives guarding this wasteland. You and I will witness the new world rise from the ruins.
No.
is a complex mechanism. How did they get past?
I knew this wouldn't be simple. Wait! Wasn't there some big energy hub-looking thing back in that empty area? Let's go back and take a look. Maybe it's linked to this gate.
I can't say I like the idea of interacting with our surroundings, especially this deep into the fragmentum. However, there's no other way. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
It worked, right? But the gate didn't move an inch.
Are there...
It's clear that whoever did...
Success! Another mechanism shut down.
I want to ask you a question. Do you still remember those dreams you mentioned to us? I know you're wide awake right now, but I need you to try. See if you can recall the voice you heard. Well? This is merely speculation, but perhaps the voice you heard is the Stellaron somehow conveying information to Cocolia and the one in your body.
Huh? You mean that Stellarons can communicate? I've never heard that before.
Well, there's never been a human that could accommodate a Stellaron in their body. Yeah.
Don Hung's speculations are usually right on the money, but...
There's no way back anyway. I have to save Bronya, beat Cocolia, and crush this Stellaron thing to dust.
Are these echoes too?
Yes. The fragmentum here seems to have made a special connection with Cocolia. It's repeatedly generating forms in her image.
I don't understand. Even if the truth is as you say, every generation of Guardian has resisted the call of the Stellaron, and all of them have been wrong, Mother.
Do you still not see, Bronya? There is no right or wrong here. Some of them acted out of human pride, others out of human short-sightedness. Our ancestors, including Elisa Rand, spent their whole lives trying to prolong this. They spent lifetimes writing songs of praise that lauded the bravery of humanity. But to those entities of greater magnificence in the heavens above, 1,000 years is but a passing moment. The attainments of insignificant beings, nothing more than a footnote. I shall not follow the Guardian's misguided steps down that blind alley of narcissism. If persistence is futile, then...
But Klipoth, the Preservation, are they not one of the magnificent entities you speak of? Is it not their strength that has sheltered Belobog this entire time?
The Preservation. Has the Preservation ever looked humanity in the eye? Nothing more than an arrogant delusion of the architects. Oh, you will hear the real voice of magnificence, Bronya. Then you will understand my choice.
Whoa, check this place out. Tables and sentry posts? There must have been Silvermane guards stationed here once.
If the...
Looks like another completely new monster.
Considering where we are, it would be surprising if we didn't run into strange enemies here.
I don't care how strange it is. It's blocking our way. Let's get it.
This enemy is completely different. If I didn't know it was a product of the Fragmentum, I'd think we were fighting a human.
Unlike those random low-level Fragmentum creations, this one seems to have a mind of its own. It seems to be able to use complex tactics.
Look, Bronya and Cocolia's echoes. They must have come through here. That means we must be really close, right?
I sense that we're very near to the northern snow plains.
This is where the first Guardian led the Silvermane guards into battle. She made huge sacrifices for the sake of temporary respite. But the otherworldly legion did not tire. She soon realized that flesh and blood could not contend with so ruthless an enemy. When all was nearly lost, she chose to set her sights on the Stellaron and made the first wish. As for what came later, you know as well as I.
So, the eternal freeze was a disaster brought about by a human wish?
Ironic, no? All the Stellaron did was answer humanity's call. And yet we kept its existence a closely guarded secret for centuries, even going so far as to attempt to use it to control the Stellaron. Woeful. Laughable.
It?
Oh, something created using otherworldly technology. An inhibitor that a corporation from the old world and the architects attempted to use to house the Stellaron. Oh, I know you have many questions, my daughter. Be patient.
It's that shadow of hers again. But Bronya's isn't with her this time.
It's only a fragmentum illusion. It feels like this echo is different from the others before.
Intruders!
Did
You can
Not
through the Stellaron! Intruders!
Move carefully.
Oh, you go no further.
Are you sure this isn't the real her?
It may look like her, but the fragmentum can only create forgeries. Bring her down! The time is now. The truth of life and death, revealed this sanctuary, is but a vision!
The world that they promised.
She disappeared.
those stairs. It's the only way forward.
Wherever they lead, it must be the end of the journey.
I don't want to get to the end so soon. I want my journey to go on forever.
This means that Bronya is up ahead. And so is the fate of the overworld and the underworld. It's all in our hands. Strange. I thought I'd feel nervous or afraid, but I don't. The only feeling I have is that none of this seems real.
Not always. Sometimes it's a happier conclusion.
The Express has traveled world after world. We are merely passing travelers, witnesses to part of a grander story. We invariably avoid getting drawn into turbulence that can decide the fate of a world, but there are always times when we have no choice but to act.
Or to put it another way, this is one heck of a first trailblazing expedition. You hit the jackpot.
I was about to bore you all with my gloomy reflections, but on second thought, not today. Adventuring with you guys by my side has made me feel like no obstacle is too big.
Right on. But you can say whatever you like. A good adventure shouldn't be full of rules and regulations. Helping those in need, befriending those worth counting on, and saving the world a few times along the way. It's freezing here. The blizzard's so fierce. The power from the Trailblaze path isn't enough to stop the cold.
It means that we're getting closer to the Stellaron, and the heart of the Eternal Freeze.
What is this?
It's like an insect trapped in amber.
I bet the Antimatter Legion forces never thought they'd be swallowed up by... No.
Did the architects build this?
Very different from the uniform style of the buildings we saw in the city.
Does it look like the palm of a huge hand to you? If Cocolia threatens us by taking Bronya hostage...
We have to save her. The underworld... No. The entire planet relies on her.